is going on, YouTube world? My name is Ghiman Mckinney, or you can call me Juice. Be sure to hit that like button right now. Subscribe to my channel if you are new and love great fire sports content. I do post a ton of great sports videos pretty much almost every single day, so join the party. Today I'm going to give you the 20 best players in the 2019 NFL Draft, in my opinion. This is my opinion. Your list is just as good as mine, so feel free to, comment who you think the 20 best players are, if you agree with my list or if you disagree with my list. The 20th best player in the NFL Draft of 2019 is JaJuan Taylor. JaJuan Taylor is an offensive tackle out of Florida. He's about 6'5", about 315. He doesn't have the highest ceiling of the offensive lineman in this draft, but he's very, very good. He's technically sound. He's pretty strong, pretty big guy. Doesn't really get beat too often. Needs to work on his footwork a little bit, but he's very steady in pass protection, very consistent, and he's very good in the run game at blocking and moving out. JaJuan Taylor is the 20th best prospect right now in the 2019 NFL Draft. Number 19 is defensive tackle out of Mississippi State, Jeffrey Simmons. Yes, 6'4", 300 pounds. He obviously did not perform at the combine due to injuries and some off the field things. But if I had to bet money, I'm gonna assume Jeffrey Simmons runs a 40-yard dash below 5 seconds. He doesn't always get sacks, but he's very, very disruptive. He's always in the backfield. He's an excellent run defender. He had 7 sacks and 30 tackles for a loss in his last 2 years in Mississippi State. He's a very, very talented player. Number 18, I got N'Keal Harry. I don't think enough people talk about N'Keal Harry. I don't understand this. If he gets past the first round, he's an absolute steal in my opinion. I think he potentially might, but I don't understand why scouts are not looking at him more. To me, he's the most complete wide receiver in the draft. He can get vertical a little bit. He can run routes. He's not an elite route runner, but he's a pretty good route runner. He can run most of the routes in the route tree. He has pretty good speed. 6'2", about 230, runs a 4.5. That's very good speed for someone that is that size. He consistently gets open. And when he's not open, he's open because he can win some 50-50 balls. He does not need to create a lot of separation to get open. He's an excellent red zone threat. Can go up, get the jump balls and deep balls. He's even a kick returner. Arizona State used him a lot of ways. He also played in the slot a lot. So N'Keal Harry does not have the most potential out of the wide receivers in this draft, but he's a very, very good player. The 17th best player in the 2019 NFL Draft is, in fact, Devin Bush. Okay, Devin Bush is a very, very good middle linebacker at the University of Michigan. He was probably arguably their most productive player on defense this past year. And that included Rashawn Gary, Chase Winovich. They have a lot of players that are going to get drafted on defense in this draft. Michigan does. So, I think he's the second best middle linebacker in this draft. In fact, Devin Bush is a very, very good player. Number 16, okay, I got Dexter Lawrence, the big D tackle out of Clemson, okay. Clemson has a lot of players that are going to get drafted, but Dexter Lawrence is one of the better ones of those people that are going to get drafted. Dexter Lawrence, this man, Dexter Lawrence's do not grow on trees, okay. He's 6'4", about 342 pounds. He's just a physical specimen, and honestly, at times he cannot be blocked one-on-one. Okay, this man is too big. You're most likely gonna have to put 2 guys on him. He's a space eater. He's gonna make other people around him better. Because he's so big. You have to double team him probably. He's also very good against the run. He's probably one of the best run defenders as far as D tackles go, and overall players in this draft. He's very productive. He also can get at the quarterback. He's a decent pass rusher from that position. He's just so big, so strong. Can't hardly anyone block him. He's also a very good athlete too. He ran the 4-yard dash in about 5 seconds. That's very, very good for someone that's 340 pounds. The 15th best player, in fact, in the 2019 draft is Byron Murphy, cornerback out of Washington. If Byron Murphy came back next year for Washington, he came out a little bit early, he would have easily been a top 10 pick. He had 20 pass breakups in 20 games and 6 interceptions in 20 career games at Washington. He's very productive. He has a knack for creating turnovers. He has excellent ball skills. Excellent ball skills. Is always around the ball. Is going to find the ball. He's one of the best tackling DBs in this draft. He's a hard hitter. Byron Murphy does not miss tackles, and a lot of quarterbacks are afraid to tackle. They don't really like tackling. I do worry about his makeup speed a little bit. He's not going to blow you away with his speed, okay? He runs about 4.55, but he plays a lot faster than his, 40 time says. He's an excellent man-to-man cover corner. You can also play him in zone coverage. He's an excellent zone coverage corner too. The 14th best prospect in the 2019 draft is, in fact, Marquise Brown. He's probably the most explosive athlete in this entire draft, in my opinion. Has an elite speed. It reminds me a lot of Tyreek Hill. Not saying he's going to be Tyreek Hill, because Tyreek Hill actually is faster, which is crazy. But Marquise Brown is just an elite player. He has elite speed. He can definitely take the top off of defense. He's an excellent route runner too. He's not one of those just speedy guys that just can get vertical. Marquise Brown is good at short, intermediate routes. Good on deep routes. He can pretty much run any route in the route tree. He is a game changer in this draft. But the guy I have ahead of him is D.K Metcalf. D.K Metcalf is the 13th best prospect in the 2019 NFL draft class, okay? He has a special talent, okay? He's 6'3" and a half. He's about 230 pounds and runs a 4.33 40-yard dash. That's unheard of. You know, he has about 40.5-inch vertical too. That's absurd. He can win 50-50 balls. He gets jump balls. You know, when he's open, he's not open. He can win those one-on-one matchups. He's just a physical specimen. In open field, good luck tackling this dude. And if you do not put a safety over the top, DK Metcalf will absolutely burn you deep. DK Metcalf ran a slower three-cone shuttle than Tom Brady. DK Metcalf honestly is a boomer bust player. He's not the best route runner in the world, okay? He also was, hurt a lot. That's a question too. A foot injury, a neck injury. But DK Metcalf, he can stay healthy. He's going to be a very good player in the NFL, in my opinion. All right, Clelin Ferrell is up next. Defensive end from Clemson. Great run defender. He has a high motor. He's always turning it up. He's always in the backfield. He's always playing it with a high energy level. He had 50 tackles for loss and 27 sacks in 3 years at Clemson. He was probably arguably their most productive defensive lineman. I don't know if his ceiling is as high as some of these players, but you can get a very good starter and a potential Pro Bowler out of Clelin Ferrell when he gets to the NFL. Okay, just outside the top 10 at number 11, I have Noah Fant, tight end out of Iowa. Noah Fant is not much of a blocker, but honestly, it does not matter. Noah Fant's an absolute stud. Okay, this dude ran a 4.53 4-yard dash as a tight end. That's unheard of. He's a matchup nightmare. You are lining him up as a tight end, okay? Pretty much you got linebackers that are too small to cover him and are not fast enough. You got defensive backs who probably are fast enough to cover him, but they are much smaller than him. Noah Fant's about 6'4". He can win those 50-50 balls. He can get vertical too. He's a game changer once he gets in space. He can absolutely burn you vertically, okay? And he can get open. He's an excellent red zone threat too. You can move him in motion. He's gonna light up the NFL if he gets in the right offense and the right scheme. I do think he can come right in and be a very productive tight end. His blocking, I question it a little bit, but let's be real. What tight ends do you know besides now that Rob Gronkowski is gone, outside of Zach Ertz, that really are elite blockers? It doesn't matter. Noah Fant is going to be a very productive player in the NFL. Okay, inside the top 10, we got Colin Murray at number 10. I think he's the second best quarterback in this draft class, okay? Colin Murray might be the best combination of a runner and a thrower the draft has ever seen, okay? Now, he averaged 7 yards per carry in college. That's something not even Michael Vick did, okay? Colin Murray is a dynamic player and quarterback and athlete. He has a well above average arm. He has great throwing mechanics too. Rarely do you see Kyler Murray making bad, inaccurate passes. He goes through the right reads, can definitely throw it in the tight windows, definitely has enough velocity, throws a pretty good anticipation. Now, don't say Kyler Murray is a running quarterback. He is a quarterback that looks to throw and will run when he needs to. He is not a running quarterback. He's not Lamar Jackson. He's a much more well-refined thrower than Lamar Jackson. Kyler Murray, if he gets in the right system, he could be a gem found in the waters. He's just that good. Kyler Murray is the second best quarterback in this draft, but I'm gonna have to take Dwayne Haskins ahead of him just slightly. They're both 1A and 1B to me. No quarterback in the country was playing better than Dwayne Haskins did at the end of the college football season. Okay, this man versus top 25 defenses was 6-0. He threw 20 touchdowns and 2 interceptions versus that competition. He threw 50 touchdowns in the Big Ten. That's excellent. Only 8 interceptions. Played great in his biggest games versus Washington, Michigan, and Northwestern. Some of the great defenses at the end of the year. He absolutely lit them up. Okay, he played best in the biggest game. He probably is the smartest quarterback in this draft. Coaches have raved about his football IQ. Dwayne Haskins, when you watch him, he does not make mistakes. Okay, he will not force the ball into coverage. He will throw the ball away if he needs to. He makes the right reads, makes the right protections. I think if you fit Dwayne Haskins into any system, he's the best overall passer in this draft. TJ Hockenson is at number 8 for me, okay? TJ Hockenson, listen, when you get compared to Rob Gronkowski as a tight end, there's nothing wrong with that, okay? That's absolutely great, okay? TJ Hockenson is the most complete tight end coming out of the draft in a long time, okay? He knows how to get open. He has a solid vertical jump. He has great hands, too. Just has a feel for getting open. He can win the jump balls. He can win those 50-50 balls. Can get vertical a little bit. Has an excellent blocker. He can definitely help out your offensive line. He can be the best tight end in a couple years in the NFL. Greedy Williams, yes, I agree. Williams at lucky number 7, okay? Greedy Williams is by far the best defensive back in this draft, okay? He's just so fluid, he's smooth. He ran the 40-yard dash in under 4.4 seconds. He has 4.3 speed. Last year, he had 6 interceptions and about 10 pass breakups. And this year, teams pretty much just stopped challenging him, okay? They just said, screw Greedy Williams. We're not throwing to him anymore. He's an excellent player, has excellent instincts, does not get beat deep rarely. He can cover pretty much any position. He can move to the slot, can move to the outside. And stop him. stupid Mel Kiper Jr. All I hear is Mel Kiper Jr. saying, "Oh, Greedy Williams doesn't know how to tackle. He's not willing to tackle." What quarterbacks these days do tackle? What quarterbacks are elite tacklers? I don't want to hear it. Greedy Williams is brought in to cover people and get interceptions and create turnovers. Okay, Greedy Williams is by far the best defensive back in this draft. Montez Sweat, man oh man, he's at number 6. This dude has a whole lot of potential. He ran the 40-yard dash in 4.42 seconds. He's a defensive end out of Mississippi State. He ran a faster 40-yard dash than Odell Beckham Jr. And he's 260 pounds and 6'6". Okay, he had 30 tackles for loss and 22 and a half sacks in his final 2 years at Mississippi State. He has excellent length. He can affect the run, can affect the pass. He is an every down player, and if he gets the right coaching, he can be the best player in this draft. Okay? I have Josh Allen at number 5, okay? You can play him at outside linebacker, as a stand-up outside linebacker. You can play him. You can drop him into coverage a little bit. You know, you can play him as a pure defensive end. It does not matter. Josh Allen is going to definitely make your football team better. He's a great pass rusher. You know, he naturally bends very well off the edge. He has great ball get off. He knows how to bend off the edge. Has a great variety of pass rush moves. Knows how to get up to the quarterback. You know, is an excellent run defender. He's just very well polished, and he's a great athlete too. You know, he's about 265 pounds, about 6'5". When he's getting going off the edge, no one really can stop him. Okay, Josh Allen was one of the best players, if not the best edge rusher in the SEC this past year, probably the best conference. All right, Ed Oliver for me is at number 4. 53 and a half tackles for loss in 3 years at Houston, okay? 13.5 sacks, okay? He's just very disruptive, okay? He runs the 40-yard dash in 4.7 seconds at 280 pounds. That's absolutely insane. He was often triple teamed at Houston because everyone knew Ed Oliver was the biggest person you had to game plan against on that Houston defense. He still wreaked havoc, okay? And they misused him a lot. If Ed Oliver gets in the right scheme, he will be the best player in this entire draft class, okay? He's probably the best run defender in this draft too. Okay, Nick Bosa is at number 3. You know, he's the number 1 player on a lot of people's boards. He got hurt, but no, I'm not really too worried. He had 29 tackles for loss in 29 career games at Ohio State and 17 and a half sacks. He plays a great motor. He's the most refined pass rusher in this draft as far as edge rushers go. He knows how to bend well off the edge. He's a great run defender. He plays with a high motor. Nick Bosa is a great athlete too. You know, coming from a football background, the Bosas, Joey Bosa. His father was a great player in the NFL. Ran the 40-yard dash in 4.79 seconds. He's a great, excellent player. Devin White for me is at number 2. Devin White is the best linebacker to come out of college football, middle linebacker at least, since Bobby Wagner and Luke Kuechly, okay? And honestly, I think he's a little bit better than those people who were coming out of college. There's no weaknesses in Devin White's game. There's no weakness, okay? He's super fast. You know, he's 6 foot, about 240 pounds, running a 4.42 40-yard dash. Not miss tackles. He knows how to get off blocks. He's excellent in pass coverage. You know, he just makes plays. You know, he's a great sideline to sideline defender, and people rave about his leadership. That is something you cannot teach. He may be the next Ray Lewis, okay? But the number 1 player in this draft class is in fact Quinton Williams. He's 6'3", 303 pounds, okay? He had the 4th fastest 40-yard dash time for someone that was 300 pounds. Keep in mind, that was the 4th best time ran at the combine by a 300-pounder in history, okay? He's just an exceptional athlete for being that size. And he's equally good versus the pass and versus the run. He had 19 and a half tackles for loss, 8 sacks in his final year at Alabama. And because he's a defensive tackle and plays in the middle of the field, he can pretty much make everyone better. He's pretty much unguardable one-on-one. You know, you can block Nick Bosa one-on-one at times. You honestly cannot block Quinton Williams very often one-on-one. This man has the most refined pass rush moves in this entire draft. He is fundamentally sound. He's a physical player. He's a tough player. He's right in that middle in this draft. He's the best player overall, Quinton Williams. So there you have it. That is my list. Be sure to like this video. Comment if you disagree or you agree with me. Who do I have too high? Who do I have too low? Who did I miss out on? Please let me know. It's been your boy Ghiman Mckinney, Juice Man or G-Man, bringing y'all the Juice Alert. And I'm Ghost. Appreciate y'all for watching. Have a blessed day.